Hello everybody, this is HG Shaves here. I'm back with another video. I hope everybody is doing well and happy Thursday. So today I am going to be talking about, well, a couple new things, but primarily I'm going to be focusing on this Simpson Chubby 3 Best Badger. This is on loan to me from a friend. Thank you very much for sending this my way. And as you can see, I'm not sure how to compare it, but this is just a huge knot. It's got a diameter of 29 millimeters, which is, not crazy, but then it's got a loft of 54, I think, and so it just really blooms, and this is firmly the largest knot I've ever used, which is really something. I'm going to be talking about this more as I go, but for now I'm going to let it soak in some warm water. And also today, I'm going to be talking about a soap that I don't believe I don't know if I've ever used the soap before, maybe only the fragrance, and that is Australian Private Reserve Fenchurch. This is a tobacco-y, whiskey, fruity kind of scent. There's really a lot going on in this. There's also some animal musk, which is a kind of signature by APR. And I don't believe this is discontinued at this point. I think it is slated to come back, but who knows when. APR is sort of taking a little break while they work on ramping up production. And as far as I know, this will be released next in the Holy Caw, soap base, and they've made agreements to work together in the future, so that'll be really exciting. So there's the soap, and then finally, using my old favorite vintage twist to open DE razor, which is the Gillette British Aristocrat Junior. It's an Aristocrat Junior. Usually it says on the bottom, obviously it has to be English, I don't think they're American Aristocrat Juniors. And then there's the British patent number, which is 430030, which you can see right there on your razor. I love this razor. Very similar to the American Red Tip Super Speed for me, but I just prefer this one a little bit because it's British and a little more exotic. The other cool thing I wanted to show you was something that my friend, different friend, sent my way, which is this little DE blade coffin dryer holder. So let me show you how this works. It comes apart, and inside there's your blade. Isn't that cool? I think this is a great system because I have never known what to do with DE blades that I'm not using at the moment. So I've never wanted to take the blades out of the razor if I was just using it during a week. I know some people put magnets on their mirror and stick the blade up there, but in this house, there is no way that would be allowed to do that. So this is a safe way to store it, and I really like that. And he agreed to share the files. So if you are interested in printing this on your 3D printer using a Super Iridium, you can, see the files down below. I'm gonna try to remember to include those. And yeah, this is really cool. And he also sent me one for gem blades, which I'll be sure to feature in the future when I do another gem shave. So we got the razor loaded up, and now I'm going to load up the brush with soap, and then I'll bring you back in when I'm starting the lathering process. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and we've got plenty of soap loaded on here. Got a little extra, threw it up top, why not? Yeah, let's start the face lather. So this brush is unique in that while it does have a little bit of scritch to it, because the best badger hairs, the best is kind of misleading. Best are usually not actually the best within any particular brush company. It's more like a mid-grade quality. And so because of that, this is a very, dark, the hairs are very dark on this knot. They're not bleached to become jelly or anything like that. And so because of that, there is a little bit of scritch, a little bit of pokey feeling that you'll have with some of these bristles. Not so much when you're painting like this, but when I really splay and work the brush, I do feel it then. And so that's kind of interesting because there isn't really a lot of scrub, which I would classify more as when you have like really strong backbone kind of pushing against your face thanks to the brush, and you can feel it like scrubbing. The backbone of this knot is not, excessive. It's at a good level for me. And so because of that, it doesn't actually feel like it's necessarily scrubbing per se when I'm working the brush. Whereas some other ones like have all scrub but no scritch. So that's interesting. And I think that's a unique part of this brush if you've mostly only tried, the current modern badger knot trend, which is certainly my situation. This has, good density, but it's not super high density. And so because of that and the high loft, I find that the flow through is good. Doesn't feel difficult to get the lather moving around. And this is a really terrific brush. This retails, I know from Maggard razors here in the States, retails for maybe $220, something like that, $220 US. And not a terrible price, I don't think, for what you're getting. I did want to mention the handle too. Because it's a bigger knot, they make the handle a bit bigger compared to, say, the Chubby 2. And I do find this handle is a bit more comfortable to work with, although it would still be nicer if they had some other, handle option that were just a bit more ergonomic overall. So I'm going to keep lathering this in, and I'll bring you back in when I'm about to start my first pass. All right, about to go with first pass here with the Aristocrat Junior. Something that I noticed about this razor after revisiting it this week, the center of gravity is a bit higher up on the handle than I am used to with razors, and that's okay. But I just realized I need to hold it more up here, not more down here. And so let's go ahead and get into it. This razor is also ever so slightly more efficient than I remember. And perhaps it's something to do with this blade as well. The Polsilver Super Iridiums are known as being kind of on the more sharp edge of the DE blade spectrum. This razor is also a bit louder than I can remember. Hopefully you can hear that at home. So I do, of course, think that the twist to open vintage Gillette thing is a very cool, thing. But I always do think that the twist to open ones don't quite hold the blade down as well. It's just a hunch. Maybe you think the same. So, if I were gonna pick a razor that would really hold the blade down well for a vintage Gillette, I would always pick a 3-piece, like a New or a Tech or something. All right, first pass down, I'm gonna rinse and bring you back in for pass number 2 in just a sec. Pass number 2. Forgot to mention that we are working with 2 days of growth today, and I am going to do 3 passes, so this one's going to be mostly across the grain. And I don't know why I'm going that way. I'd like to go this way. All right, so I noticed in that pass that it was actually much smoother, felt much more comfortable. Maybe it was because we got most of the hair down, 90-95% of the hair down in the first pass. I was also trying to keep a lighter touch, and that seemed to help. So I'm gonna rinse, then come back for pass number 3. All right, let's do the last pass against the grain, mostly. All right, good final pass there. Man, those passes got better and better. I know I didn't say much, or didn't say anything during the second and third pass, but really let me focus on my technique, and I think that shows. So I'm gonna do my final rinse and bring back and do a quick summary after a little post shave. For post shave today, use a little Marbles aftershave, which is kind of like the brother to Fenchurch. So if you are upset that you weren't able to get Marbles last year, just get you some Fenchurch. It's very close. The most recent thing I heard was actually that they are the same fragrance, but Marbles has better ingredients, high quality fragrance oils and essential oils, I imagine. So who knows? It's kind of a mystery surrounding that scent for a lot of us, even the ones that have it. Anyway, to do a final recap here, we used the Fenchurch soap in the APR version 2 soap base, which I forgot to mention, I think that soap base is done. I don't think that soap base is going to be coming back because all the future soaps will be released in Holy Cow's base. It's Caw, and I'm trying to fix that in my speaking. We use the British Gillette Aristocrat Junior, which is one of my the favorite vintage DE twist to open. And I noticed as I focused on my technique more in the second and third passes that the shave got better. So something we can always do, right? Focus more on our technique, do a better job with that, and the gear will take care of us. And finally, the focus of the kind of beginning of the video, the Simpson Chubby 3 Best. Unique knot, one of the favorites that I've tried, for the first time in recent memory. and I'm going to be hopefully doing another video with this before sending it back to my friend. So hope you all enjoyed today's shave, vintage razor and some modern software as usual. That's usually what I do here. And yeah, if you have any questions, anything to add, feel free to mention it down below in the comment section. And yeah, we'll see you again for the next video. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. We'll find out when we get there. So for now, this has been HG Shaves. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.